I think this is possibly one of the worst Blitzcrank spots I can imagine. And if you don't win it, the thing is as well, it's Blitzcrank with Jinx Maokai. That doesn't sound very scary.
There's like a lot of low health bars, and you've got like Zeri and Silas zooming all over the place. As speaking of which, Sponge is probably just dead here. He is going to go into his clone, and they're trying to give the kill over to Fisher, which they will do very successfully. Sponge has gotten himself into about 8 different bad situations so far.
Everything's kind of just ahead for Nongshim right now, and then we get these 3 grubs. This is what they need, you know. We talked a little bit about their team fighting, how I really like DRX's team fight potential, but Nongshim are getting what they want so far.
Yeah, and again, if Nongshim get far ahead enough, and you've got Pit 80 carries, and you've got set up for Blitzcrank and Rumble, yeah, it's definitely a good technique on Blitzcrank.
The mind games.
Zoning away the enemy bot lane, you don't even have to press any buttons, you just posture.
It's also just, it does one of 2 things. I don't think DRX are ever going to do this, whether it baits them into flashing.
Free knockup? Bit of damage? Well, that didn't go the way you were thinking it was going to go, Lens! It has a free kill, and he doesn't even bother flashing. He's like, yep, I messed up.
Look, I don't want to say I told you so, generally, but at level 6, the amount of times I've seen, oh, they're diving.
Yeah, nice equalizer on the wave, at least to try to survive. But they have just so many threats here. And this is what this composition does. They get the flash out of Rich and the flash out of Sponge as he flashed in for that play. You know, he respects it.
Yeah, he did ghost away. Also, fortunately, he didn't have Lahens there to, like, gap close. I mean, to be fair, Lahens didn't do that last time, but,
yeah,
you know, a bit of a shorter lane in the mid lane is a big difference maker. Harder to get that same value. Now, looking for Rich in the bot lane. Not an easy dive, but Fish has a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, can they do damage to this Galio is really the question at the end of the day. With TP coming in, they're not going to test it too much, although Fisher, yeah, he wanted to test it.
He's like, how much damage does a tower do right now?
All right, they're staring at each other very menacingly as the ult comes in, and UCal says goodnight.
Wait, they just can't kill him now. He can keep going.
Yeah, they can't kill him, and he has to flash away. Bomba?
Yeah, Bomba on Fisher. Uh-oh, Jiwoo.
There's a Wukong, and you don't have Ghost. I don't think it would have helped anyway. Yeah, easy dive, and a nice angle found here by Sponge.
Things are starting to go a little bit rough. Tower taken by DRX, they'll get the feats of strength. I don't think they needed them, but they'll take them.
3v1.
Lahens just said, watch me hit this hook.
Wait, he didn't even hook, he just like ran at him.
That's how you guarantee you hit it. You run up for them and E. And then, yeah. No.
Chemtech Soul.
Okay, well, yeah. So Chemtech has been buffed on live. We're not on live, so it's not the buff Chemtech, which is slightly stronger. But Nongshim, their only saving grace this game, other than the grubs, was the fact that they had 2 dragons. So if they got like a good soul, they could be like, yeah, you know, winnable.
Yeah. You know, like game 2 where they had, you know, a couple of Drakes and they got the Hextech Soul, and even when they fell behind, it was like, oh, it's interesting if they get Hextech Soul, that could be big. And Zukal ulted his own wave, and he's kind of dying now, but the entire team is there. And now, Kingin sees blood in the water, trades his flash for a dash.
Honestly, the worst thing I've seen UCal do in the entire LCK Cup. I'm not sure what happened, but he got Kingin's flash.
Okay, well, we got another play, in quotation marks here, as Sponge is going to go in, and he's looking to flash over the wall. And we're just burning flashes like they're pennies that are going out of style. I mean, it's like...
The what?
You know, pennies might be eventually eliminated because they're kind of just a waste. It actually costs more to make a penny than what a penny is worth.
But why are we banning the pennies?
Because it just feels like flashes are so worthless because we're just burning them for free.
So it'll be looking good. I mean, the game's not like completely cooked yet. I know we favor DRX. Oh no, it's not cooked completely yet, as I was saying.
There's always room to cook it further.
Yeah. Always room to burn those pennies.
Yeah, that's what they used to say back in my day. As UCal in a really rough spot, actually. 2v1. A lot of damage does go in, and UCal can't even flash out of that one. And it was Stunzo from there, yeah.
So confused.
Oh, nice hook, actually, as they go in on a Wukong, and he just dies. not quite able to have an impact, but Gideon taking a bunch of damage from Teddy. As you said it before, the scrappy fights. DRX will like those, but still, it's just a one-for-one trade.
Yeah, I mean,
or
only,
do they?
Only Teddy's low. Gideon being low a little bit rough, but King gets a big ult.
Oh, that equalizer, very nice angle. Andil does not have flash, and Rich is taking a bunch of damage, but guess who does even more damage? It's the Zeri, and it's the Wukong. Again, just press your buttons all at the same time in one direction, and you're gonna feel pretty good as DRX. As now they turn their sights onto the Chemtech Drake, and Nongshim are running away. Some harpoons, but King's just staring at him. A lot of good targets. Could have definitely hooked Rich, but like, why? As now, they're going to start up the Otacon. No vision here for the side of DRX. And, you know, some pings for the blue team. They are beginning to...
fun.
Yeah, it's a bit too slow from DRX. 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. There's the smite. And now Lehens is going to hook air, but they have the Maokai ult engaged. They don't quite have the peel, though, as now stolen equalizer. They're trying to turn onto Yukal, but they're not quite able to. Wukong goes down. Tons of damage being dealt right now by Nongshim, and they've got this Jinx in the backline just shelling out the damage. And DRX, they bite off more than they can chew in this one, as they wanted to punish, but instead, they're the ones that got punished.
And they got so much gold from that. Seeing how things can go awry.
I was watching Lehens in that fight, by the way. Didn't bother hooking again. He just ran in and got one knock up and then died. After, and you'd be like, oh, well, that might just be the game. In this case, you know, if you're going to hook a Galio 4v1, that's fine. But not able to hit the hook there. Sponge and Andil just going for a little walk. Not going to be met with kindness.
Yep. And the problem is, they're now just getting sieged down. Oh, comes in.
Oh. Okay, gonna be pushed away from the hook, and now Kingin, he's going on in. He doesn't care if he dies. They've done the damage. They take out the Lulu, and they still have the Otacon buff. Here comes Fisher, and he's just tanking up the turret because why not? He's gonna get the one kill, gets a second as well, the fade away. And Yukal's like, by the way, I'm Silas. I can steal the Maokai ultimate. Isn't this great? Doesn't do anything. And maybe Nongshim just win right now.
This is just the end of the game. You know, Fisher's TP to come back, and a couple of fumbles, some good team fighting from Nongshim, and DRX get run into the dirt. It'll be 2-1 to Nongshim on the back of this, and a game that felt more decisive than game 2 for sure.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.